So I was scrolling through TikTok. I would do my own this is the problem. Are you on TikTok?
Yeah.
Okay. So you know what it's like. It's like at first you kind of look at it and you're like, this is stupid. And then after a while, the next thing you know, you're scrolling through for hours on end.
Yeah. I only get like big titty TikToks or like big butt TikToks.
So you watch my TikToks. That's cool. And so I was scrolling through and there was a common theme going on where black TikTokers would go like, here's the top 5 things all white people say. And it was really funny. It was like, like let's skedaddle or let's rock and roll, whatever it was, right? But like I'd always go to the comments, and in the comments it was always white people going, well, white people couldn't do that. You couldn't do that if you were white. And so I was like, screw it, I'll do it. So I did this. I just, the way that I just kind of was going about it, I wanted to do, this might sound horrible, but I wanted to do the black voice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so, you know what I'm saying? And so, by the way, I'm never getting booked in Seattle again after I say that. But so I went out and I did this TikTok and I go, here we go, top 5 things all black people say. Number 1, hey man. And then I just like, I always love pretending someone was off the camera telling me I couldn't say something. I even did that during wrestling promos and stuff like that. I just always loved that thing. And so I was just, what's that? Oh, I can't do it. No, that makes sense. And so that was it. And TikTok immediately took it down. Like 15 minutes later, it was gone. Yeah. Okay. And then they offer a thing where you can appeal if they take down your video. And so I hit appeal, and then maybe an hour later, they reposted it. They said there was nothing wrong with it. And then it went viral like right after that. Like that day, I'm just watching it bounce up to 20,000 viewers, 30,000, 100,000, 300,000.
Damn.
And I was like, and the whole time I'm thinking, I got to get a t-shirt made where I was like, hey man, but everybody in the comments was like, what's that? That's so funny. And so then I just started doing videos with that.
Okay. So what did it peak at? Or is it still climbing?
No, that one, because that was like a year and a half ago or something like that. That video, I think, peaked at like maybe 1.5 million, something like that. The biggest one that I've had, I haven't had like, when you look at really huge creators, I haven't had like 25 million or whatever, but the biggest one I think I've done is at 8 million right now. And it had like Lance Bass commented on it and stuff like really weird stuff like that.
Yeah. But it's so wild. Like, have you learned quite a bit from doing that, just about like the algorithm and like what kind of gets pushed out? Or
I wish I could figure it out, because here's and this is the problem that I'm having with TikTok right now, is that so you get people who report your videos, right? And then they give you the chance to appeal. And if they put your video back up, it still counts against you as you went against their community guidelines, even though they said the video's okay. Mm-hmm. So I have this whole long list of videos. Most of them have been reposted after TikTok looked at it and was like, oh, we get it. But you still have all of these knocks against you. So now my video, like I got kicked out of the creator fund. I don't have, I'm kind of shadow banned. So a lot of my videos aren't getting played out on the for the For You page.
Yeah.
And but the problem with that is the only videos that do get out on the FYP, and I can't figure it out, is when I do push the line. And I do, like I just recently had one go viral where I said, I stitched somebody who was like, it was a black guy who said, white people, what do black people smell like? And I went, shit. What's that? No. Like that stupid thing, right? And then now that's up to 2 million views, but that's the only, but it's like,
but it gets reported.
It gets reported. I'm on the possibility of losing my account, but it's the only thing that'll get me views. So I have no idea how to figure it out.
So we just posted one. And before I forget, if you're watching this on YouTube, hit the subscribe, like, share button, help us out. Comment on this, say whatever you want. What's
say something
that?
Terrible about me.
Yeah, anything. Just please don't report us. But we posted something recently where Jesse Warren was just on, and we were talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! Because he was like the Northwest champion.
Yeah.
And there's a huge following of Yu-Gi-Oh! On TikTok. And just it like hit a subcategory and then it just popped off. But then it just turns into like all these arguments happening in your comment section. And Paul Curry, he was on too recently. Like he was saying, once you get a certain number of people in any space, arguments start happening in the comment section.
Right.
Like, do you just see wild shit in yours?
Oh yeah. Like, and usually I let it go if it's not too, I mean, like there's been times where I've deleted stuff over the years because it's just, or over the time that I've been on TikTok because it just gets too crazy. But usually it's like by the time I actually go back and read it, because I don't like go and read all of the comments and all the videos, but usually it gets to the point where by the time I see it, there's been one person saying something and then like two other, so there's a big debate going on, big argument going on. And I kind of understand that everybody wants to like, okay, what's he going to say? What, you know? And so like, I don't want to just delete it at that point. When I did that last one that I told you about, I deleted so many comments because there was so many people that were saying things like, they smell like, they smell like EBT cards or whatever. And it's like, dude, shut up. But almost weirder than that to me was because, like, you know, it's the internet. You're gonna get some racism, right?
Yeah.
That's gonna happen.
There's some wild shit on TikTok too,
dude, for real.
Like, I could not. I mean, the shit that gets reported versus what for some reason gets reposted. It's
wild. It doesn't. Yeah. A lot of it doesn't make any sense at all. I remember there was a video that was going around for like 6 months, and a lot of black creators and white creators too were begging TikTok to take it down because it was just this white girl walking around in full blackface, and every video she posted was just her in blackface, literally doing nothing but walking around in blackface. And it's just like, people are like, how is this okay?
Dude, this issue though around big tech and creatives, like, it's such a complicated thing. Like, and we have to all play in this space. And it seems like they always err on the side of like hyper caution. I don't know what, I mean, we've been lucky where we haven't dealt with it, but it's like you're trying to engage in this specific audience, and the way you communicate with them is different than how you would communicate with like a random person. But then when you start pushing it out to everyone, the message gets misconstrued. So it's like, you don't know what white girl in blackface was who she's trying to talk to necessarily.
That's true. No, that's true.
And there could be like this running bit, and the context just gets lost.
Well, and that's one of the things that I've said a bunch of times, because like, I understand if you're like, okay, if people get offended at a comedy club about jokes, I could care less. Because I'm like, you're at a comedy club, these are jokes, you know that going in. But when people get ticked off on a TikTok video, or like even one of my videos, I understand someone reporting it. Yeah. Because I'm like, they probably just went through 17 videos of super racist stuff, and then all of a sudden I pop up and I'm like, black people, hey man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, they don't understand the context immediately, and so they're like, screw it, let's report them. What bugs me is that when, you know, supposedly someone goes to review it, and then they're like, oh yeah, no, that's not.
There's no way someone's reviewing it.
It can't be. But then I don't understand. Some videos get reposted and some don't. Yeah. It's just a weird, it's
the problem is we're all trying to figure out the logic of a purely like, it's a computer program.
Totally illogical.
So like, there's logic built into it, but it doesn't necessarily factor in emotion, like all this other shit.
Right. And I don't understand some stuff. I got a buddy down in LA who's been doing TikTok about as long as I have. Yeah. He's got twice as many followers. He doesn't do like whatever, but he's making like, I think he's saying he's making like $30,000-$40,000 a month just off of his all of his internet stuff. And he doesn't understand anything that's going on. He's like, one day he'll get no views on anything. The next day he's getting 2 billion views.
It doesn't make any sense. So you've been like touring off of it though, right?
Yeah.
Is that with that guy?
It's Josh Nasser is the guy, the untalented, ugly. He's just.
I've worked with Josh.
Yeah, he's horrible. Right?
He's
a lot.
A lot, yeah.
He's a lot.
But he is a very nice person, and I felt bad because I taped one of his sets.
Oh, yeah. You don't want to even watch one of his sets. You'll feel terrible.
You guys are close. Yeah. But he, like, I didn't have it in focus, so it was just all blurry and shit for the actual video I had of him. But
did he go off on you about it?
No.
Because Josh is one of those guys that you never... Like, I remember one time I texted him at, like, 8:30 in the morning, and he was... I thought he was joking at first. He was legit pissed because I guess he was just in one of those moods. But he's just like, "How the fuck? What are you texting me so early in the morning? I'm sleeping, Todd." Dude, calm down.
He's an intense guy.
Yeah, he's very intense.
Yeah, but you guys do the road together. How is, like, a buddy of mine wanted me to ask, like, how well does the following on TikTok lead to like actual audience coming out?
It's not super great at all, because it's so weird, because you can't directly promote to people on TikTok.
Yeah.
You're even if you have 750,000 or 1.5 million followers, your videos don't go to all those people. So it's still the algorithm. So like if I post something, or there's been so many times where I've gone to, like, for example, I did Oklahoma City, and for months, Oklahoma City, like on every video, Oklahoma City had the date on there and everything like that. We got there, not a bad turnout, but not a great turnout.
Yeah.
Show went well. And then literally within a week, I had at least 4 or 5 comments on videos going, "You should come to Oklahoma City." And it's like,